Trust is more than just a feeling. It's a foundation. It's what allows us to love freely, to speak openly, to walk forward without constantly looking back. Trust says, "I believe in you," but it also whispers, "I believe in myself." It's not always easy, especially if you've been hurt before. But trust isn't about being naive. It's about having the courage to believe again. It starts small, grows slowly, and can light up the darkest corners of life. Trust is the quiet confidence that life is still working in your favor, even when you don't see all the answers yet. Before you can truly trust others, you have to trust yourself. Trust that your instincts are valuable. Trust that your voice deserves to be heard. Trust that your decisions, even the ones that lead to mistakes, are part of your learning. So often, we question ourselves, seeking permission to move forward. But you were born with wisdom, courage, and the ability to grow. Begin by trusting your own heart. It's been guiding you longer than you realize. Trust isn't something you demand. It's something you earn. It's a gift, not a guarantee. People build it brick by brick, through honesty, consistency, and presence. When someone trusts you, they're offering a part of their heart. Handle it with care. And when you choose to trust someone, do it from strength, not desperation. Real trust doesn't come from ignoring red flags. It comes from choosing connection with wisdom and courage. Being betrayed doesn't mean you were wrong to trust. It means someone else didn't honor your trust. It hurts deeply. But betrayal is not a life sentence. It's a lesson, not a label. You can heal. You can rebuild. You can forgive when you're ready. Not because they deserve it, but because you deserve peace. And yes, you can trust again. Not blindly, but bravely. Because your ability to trust is a sign of your strength, not your weakness. Every strong relationship is built on trust, not just romantic ones, friendships, family bonds, teams. Trust means you can show up as yourself and know you'll be seen, heard, and respected. It's what turns conversations into connection, what turns time into meaning. Without trust, relationships collapse under doubt. But with it, they grow into something safe, steady, and supportive. Choose people who value your trust, and be someone who earns it too. Trust always involves risk. You might get hurt, you might get disappointed, but without risk, you never get close. Without risk, love stays shallow, dreams stay small. If you never trust, you never truly connect. And that's the biggest loss of all. Take the chance. Trust someone. Trust life. Trust yourself. Not because it's guaranteed to be easy, but because it's worth it. You don't have to prove everything to everyone. Sometimes trust is quiet. It's in the way you keep your word, the way you listen when someone needs to be heard, the way you show up, even when it's hard. These small, silent moments plant the seeds of trust. Over time, they grow into unshakable roots. Let your consistency speak louder than your promises. To trust someone is to be vulnerable. To say, "Here's who I really am." That takes courage. But that's where the magic happens. Vulnerability opens the door to real love, honest friendship, and powerful healing. It's scary, but it's beautiful. When you trust someone enough to be real with them, you give both of you a chance to be seen, understood, and supported. Everything doesn't have to happen now. Trust the process. Trust the timing. Some things take longer for a reason, not because you're behind, but because life is aligning you with something greater. Patience is a form of trust. It says, "Even if I don't have it yet, I believe it's coming. Let go of the panic. Lean into the process. Your path is unfolding, even in the waiting. When trust is present, freedom follows. You no longer feel the need to constantly defend, explain, or hide. You can breathe, be, rest. That's the power of trust. It creates a safe space where love, growth, and freedom can flourish. Build your life around people and values you can trust. It will bring peace to your soul like nothing else can. We often hear people say, "You should trust me." But trust doesn't come with a demand. It comes with time. It's built through action, not words, through honesty, patience, and consistency. You don't have to trust everyone right away, and you don't have to feel guilty for taking your time. Trust grows when we feel safe, respected, and seen. So take your time. Watch actions, not just intentions. Let trust grow naturally, like a garden. Water it with truth. Give it light through presence, and protect it from the weeds of doubt and dishonesty. Forgiving doesn't always mean you trust someone again, but sometimes forgiveness is the first step in freeing yourself from the weight of betrayal. You can forgive and still choose boundaries. You can release anger without inviting someone back into your life. Trust isn't about pretending nothing happened. It's about learning from what did. And when someone truly wants to rebuild your trust, they won't rush you. They'll show up again and again until the bridge is strong again. Consistency is what transforms trust from a feeling into a fact. Anyone can do something right once, but trust is built when someone does the right thing over and over, even when it's hard. When their words match their actions. When they show up, not just for the good times, but the tough ones too. Be that kind of person, the one others can count on, and surround yourself with those who show you the same. It's okay to trust people and still have boundaries. Trust doesn't mean saying yes to everything. It means knowing your limits and communicating them with love. Real trust respects boundaries. It doesn't break them. And if someone makes you feel guilty for having healthy boundaries, that's not trust. It's control. Honor your space. Respect others' space. That's how we build trust that lasts. Trust thrives in open communication. When we listen, not to reply, but to understand. When we express how we feel with honesty, not blame. Silence can create distance, but real, open conversations build bridges. Don't be afraid to talk things out. Speak kindly. Listen deeply. Communicate with care. That's how trust breathes and grows. If you've been hurt, it's okay to be cautious, but don't let past pain steal future peace. You are not broken. You are healing. Trusting again takes time, and that's perfectly fine. You don't have to rush. But believe this, not everyone is the same. There are still good people, kind people, honest people, and when you're ready, you'll know. Give yourself permission to trust again, one brave step at a time. Great teams don't just run on skill, they run on trust. A leader who trusts their team empowers them to grow. A team that trusts its leader works with heart, not just hands. Trust creates space for creativity, honesty, and unity. Without it, fear fills the gap. If you're in a leadership role, don't just manage, build trust. And if you're on a team, be trustworthy. That's how we all rise, together. Sometimes, trust means letting go. Letting go of the need to control every outcome. Letting go of people who no longer respect your trust. Letting go of fear that's holding you back. When you let go, you open the door to peace. You allow life to flow again. Trust that letting go is not losing. It's making room for something better. When life is hard, trust becomes even more important. Trust that this storm won't last forever. Trust that every challenge is shaping you. Trust that your strength is greater than your struggle. Even in the darkness, light is still working behind the scenes. Don't give up. Trust the process. You're growing, even when it's hard to see. At its core, trust is love in action. It's choosing to believe in someone, choosing to believe in yourself, choosing to walk forward without fear. Trust builds bridges, heals hearts, and unites people. The world needs more of it, starting with us. Be someone others can trust. Live with integrity. Lead with kindness. And never forget, when trust is strong, everything else becomes possible.